Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to episode 1 of The Witching Hour.
I've got an evil inside my head. You tell me that you don't understand. We got a twist of the beast coming up from the hell. Every month is swinging in the underworld hell. 426, 426, 426 is the twist of the beast. 426 is the twist of the beast.
Hey everyone, it's so good to be back. As you may or may not know, I've kind of been absent for a little while. I took a couple months off while I moved to Florida, and I just wanted to kind of update the channel and be able to give y'all better content. And the day has finally arrived where I get to premiere my new channel. Before we start though, I just kind of want to give you a rundown on how the new episodes are going to be laid out and how they're going to work. I plan on doing one every 2 weeks, probably will be released on Monday or Tuesday. Each episode will have 3 segments. There will be an unboxing, a movie review, and a horror news segment, which is just going to be stuff that's going on in the horror community, horror movie stuff, random stuff going on that I want to talk about and share my thoughts on. And the idea behind the channel, each episode will be a little bit longer than what I have put out in the past, but I would like for it to be more of a video podcast type thing where you can watch the videos if you want, or you can even just listen to me talk. If you don't want to just sit here and watch the video, you can just listen to me talk like you would on a normal podcast. So, yeah, if you have any questions or comments on the videos, feel free to comment below. I'm really good about replying to comments. I love starting conversations with you guys. And yeah, any thoughts that you have on any of the topics that I talk about, just feel free to drop a comment below. And you can also subscribe to my Patreon account where you'll get access to my horror movie blog and a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. And you can also follow me on Instagram where I post lots of pictures of my adventures. So without further ado, here you go. Alright, for today's movie review, we're going to be talking about The Deadly Spawn. And I have been looking for this movie for the longest time. One of my Patreon subscribers, David, told me about this movie a long time ago, and I have been searching for it everywhere, and it's not available for streaming. The only place that I could find it was eBay, and it was like crazy expensive. And I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna like the movie. I don't want to spend $20 on it. So I've been looking for it, keeping my eye out, and I finally found a copy of it. I was so excited. I don't have it over here, otherwise I'd show you. The cover artwork for it is beautiful. The movie came out in 1987, and it's definitely your kind of trashy 80s horror, like creature movie, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. I was so excited to watch it. I had never really heard anything about it. It's not a movie that's talked about a lot, so I didn't really have any expectations going into this, which probably was a good thing. It doesn't have much of a plot. Let's just put it like that. If you've seen the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the beginning reminds me a lot of that. It has people out camping, something falls from the sky, it's aliens, they get attacked and eaten, and we don't see what it is that attacks these guys camping in the woods. Don't go camping. Nothing good ever comes of that. So yeah, they get attacked, and then skips to just this little family home. I don't even remember why. The husband and wife go into the basement for something. And there's a creature down in their basement. And just madness ensues after they find this creature. Um, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a worm thing. It it's like it has two big, I think it's two main big heads coming off of it, and then there's a couple other little ones. And then we don't actually see its full body at all, I don't think, throughout the whole movie. I don't think it ever shows the creature's full body. You just see the front part of it. And then you see the little spawns, which, see how I should describe this here. They look like tadpoles. That's a nice way to put it. They look like tadpoles with no eyes, just mouths with really sharp teeth, lots of teeth. And the spawn just go everywhere. People end up finding them everywhere. And one of the things I liked about this movie was the spawn actually travel. It's not all centered in one house. I mean, even though it mainly is, they do go to somebody else's house as well. So we know this is it becomes an outbreak of these weird creatures. And like I said, there's not really much of a plot. They come and they go everywhere and they attack people. And when they attack people, they're like leeches. Like they'll just suck onto you. And I'm not sure if they drink your blood or I know they do eat you. Um, but I guess they kind of drink your blood too. I don't know, because they suck on you like I don't know. That's another thing about this movie is they don't describe the creatures very much. There's no backstory to them. You pretty much figure it out on your own, and you see how they do things just on the progression of the movie. Um, it's one of my favorite things about this movie is the spawn creature is so weird. It's so weird and disgusting and creepy, and it's not explained. So you just you kind of make up your own backstory for it in your mind at times. And there's a lot of kills and attacks in this movie. I believe there was at least 7 on-screen kills. And you'll see severed heads, and it gets gory at times. There's a lot of stuff throughout the movie to keep your attention. There's not really any slow parts. It did have some funny parts in it. There is a gathering of old ladies at one point, and the spawn just go and attack the old ladies, and it's pretty hilarious. Most of them are running and screaming and trying to pull the things off of themselves, and there's just this one that's like trying to chase them all away. That would be me. But yeah, it's just there's not really any slow spots. It's very constant in movement. Um, the characters, this kind of goes as partially in my likes and partially in my dislikes. There's a couple characters, the aunt and the younger boy in the movie. I like them a lot. I like their characters. The little boy, he's very much into monsters and horror movies and trying to scare people. And his aunt, he tries to scare her at one point, and she's like, "Oh, that's great. It's so scary. Are you going to be wearing it down to breakfast? If you are, be careful on the stairs." Like, that's just, I love that. I also don't like most of the other characters too much. They're okay. They don't bring too much to the movie, and a lot of times what they do is it doesn't make sense. Like when they're running around through the house trying to get away from the creatures, they get themselves barricaded in one room, and they're like, "Oh, we have to leave and go into this other room." It's like, dude, just stay there or just go out the window. I don't know. They don't, I don't know if they're supposed to be like that, like they're in a panic. I don't know. They don't make much sense, and it gets frustrating sometimes. But yeah, they get kind of over dramatic too. I don't know. they're just weird. Their acting isn't it's not that great. But yeah, for the most part, I really liked this movie. IMDb gave it a 6.2 out of 10, which is really good. Especially for older horror movies. Most of the time they get bad reviews from the critics. This one got a decent rating. IMDb was the only one I could find that gave it a rating. I didn't see any Rotten Tomatoes or Eberts or anything, just that one. I guess it's because it's not very well known. But I would rate it a 4 out of 5. Definitely watch it. Don't have too much high hopes for it. It's just a fun, gory movie. Like, just have fun with it. Alright, now it's time for my favorite part of the video, and I know it's y'all's too, the unboxing. Today we have a bundle from the Mad Bombers, and it is their Human Organs for Transplant bundle. And I saw it on Instagram, and I had to have it. It's an amazing set, and if you've seen any of my videos from before, you know I've gotten several things in the Glamour Gold boxes from the Mad Bombers. I love their products so much. Their bath bombs are amazing. This bundle has, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 items in it, I believe. It was $38. At the time that I recorded this video, she still has 10 available on her website. And I don't want to say too much else about it because I want you to just see it. So I've already cut it open just to make it a little bit easier, and that way I'm not rocking the desk here while I'm trying to cut it open. It was taped up very well. Alright, so first we have, oh, here's one of their cards. It's a very beautiful card too. And I will link all of her information below for you so you can go follow her on Instagram and her Etsy page and buy some of her stuff. So let's, oh, there's fucking peanuts in here. I should have moved these out of the way. Sorry. I don't always plan things out very well. I'm learning. Okay. So it looks like, oh, it looks like she packaged it all up in here. Okay, so this first part is honestly my favorite part of the set. The thing that really like convinced me to buy this bundle is this bag. It says Human Organs for Transplant. I love this so much. I'm going to be carrying this with me pretty much everywhere. It's insulated, I believe, so it's supposed to be like a lunch bag. But, I mean, it's got a front pocket here, and it zips up the top, and I just... It's a really good size bag, too. I love it a lot. Let's see. Another card. Oh, good, I have 2 of them, so I can give them to people. Alright, so we got tissue paper. Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, she packaged it up in this cute bag. Biohazard. I love it. I love it when the packaging reflects the theme of what all is in the set. And guys, it smells amazing. I've like just opened this bag and it smells incredible. So the first thing we have is bubble bath. And I love how she packaged it in this tube. I believe it's actually red. Or maybe it's just the tube. I can't tell. It smells so good. Alright, let's see. Blood bubble bath. It doesn't say what scent it is. But it smells really good, whatever it is. So yeah, this is their bubble bath. It looks really thick. I have not tried a bubble bath from them yet. I've only tried their bath bombs. So this will be interesting. I love a good bubble bath every now and then. And then we have the Brain Bath Bomb. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can show you all the detail without getting glare from the plastic. There's so much detail on it. It's one of the things I love about her bath bombs. She puts so much work into each one of them. They're just beautiful. And this one's the Brain Dead Bath Bomb. It smells so good too. I guess it doesn't have the scents listed on the bath bombs, but I know when you go on her Etsy page, she has like a list on there, and all of the scents are listed next to them. Every one of them just smells amazing though. I love it so much. As you guys know, if you've seen previous videos, I love to smell all of the things in the boxes. And this one's the Heart Transplant Bath Bomb. Again, it smells amazing. And look, it's so pretty. It's like a little bit sparkly too. It's not like big chunks of glitter. It's just a little bit of sparkle, which is beautiful. And then we have the Foot Morgue Bath Bomb is what she calls this one. I love how it's like on a little tray. It's the foot and it's got blood splatters on it, like it's just been severed. And then it's on this little tray, this little styrofoam tray, and it's got a morgue tag on it. Like they would actually put on the person's toe that has their name, their case number, time of death, height, weight, place of death. Like this is really cool. I hope you guys can see this here. I love this one so much. And again, this one smells really, really good. I think this one's probably my favorite out of all of them so far, just scent-wise. And then there's also this really cute little eyeball plushie. And let's see, I think that's it. I think that's the last, yes, that was it. So, that's really good too. You've got 3 bath bombs and a bubble bath, little eyeball plushie, and this amazing bag. And see, yeah, it is insulated, but it's not like super thick, so you could use it for just whatever. I'm going to be using it for lots of stuff. Move this stuff out of the way. And I know if you've never ordered from the Mad Bombers and you're interested in trying out some of her stuff, but you don't know if you want that many products, she has the Foot Bath Bomb and the Heart Bath Bomb for sale just separately. The other things are exclusive to the bundle. But definitely go and check her out. She's got a lot of really cool bath bombs. And she also has some enamel pins too. I haven't gotten one of them yet, just because I have a list of enamel pins that I need. And I've already ordered several of them. So, like, I need to kind of hang back on the enamel pins for a little bit. But yeah, she has lots of good stuff. So definitely go and check her out. And like I said, all of her information will be listed below. And now, time for some horror news. To start off, we're going to talk about American Horror Story. I'm sure most of y'all follow along with it. Most people, even people that aren't really fans of horror, tend to watch American Horror Story. It's a good show for the most part. The last 3 seasons kind of were lacking. The last season especially, I did not like. I watched it just so I would know what all went on with it, but it was something that I kind of just put on and did other stuff while I watched it because it was too political. We had just gone through all that stuff with the elections and everything, and didn't really want to relive it. I enjoyed the little bit of like Charles Manson-esque stuff in it and the Zodiac Killer parts of it, but other than that, it's definitely my least favorite, and I have no intention of watching it again. But this new season has caught my attention, and I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much for it, but it has Murder House and Coven Witch crossover, and those are my 2 favorite seasons, so I'm pretty excited about it. It comes out on the 12th. September 12th is when the first episode premieres. They're gonna be bringing back Jessica Lange, and I'm so excited. I've missed her. She was one of my favorite actresses in the American Horror Story universe. I love her a lot. They're also bringing back Connie Britton. She was Vivian Harmon in Murder House, and then her husband Dylan McDermott. Well, not he's not really her husband. In Murder House, he was her husband Ben. Dylan McDermott is the actor. Um, they're both coming back to reprise their roles in Murder House, and even though they were murdered, it just still makes sense. They need to come back. We need them. Evan Peters is set to return as Tate as well. And I mean, I like him a lot. He's a really good actor. He's another one of my favorites that's been consistent throughout the series. And I really liked his role of Tate. He was weird and creepy, and I liked the spin of how he didn't know he was dead. Or no, she didn't know. I liked the spin on people in that show didn't know that they were dead. Like, it's been a while. I need to rewatch it. But people didn't know that they were dead, and I liked that. Yeah, September 12th is when that comes out, which is really soon, because today is the 2nd. So 10 more days. Depending on the timing and everything of episodes, in the next episode, I will probably do a little segment on my thoughts on the new episode. So keep an eye out for that. I'm pretty excited. We should start a discussion on this. Like, once we all watch it and everything, it's not going to be spoiler free. I'm just saying, it's not going to be spoiler free. So make sure you watch it and then come on and watch the show, and we can have a little discussion on it, and you can let me know your thoughts on it as well. I also want to talk about future remakes. There's been a lot of remakes coming out lately on horror movies, and I am not too thrilled on it. None of them have been great. None of them have been too awfully terrible, I guess. The Shape of Water is the only one that has come out so far that has actually been amazing. I was really worried because Shape of Water is my favorite show ever. Creature is my babe. Like, don't mess with Creature from the Black Lagoon. But this one, it was so good. It was just so good. But that's getting off topic. Pet Sematary is supposed to be getting a remake. Paramount is supposed to be remaking this one in 2019. And that's another one of my favorites. And if they mess it up, I'm going to be mad. I mean, it could kind of stand a little bit of updating. I think if they don't mess with the story too much, maybe update it a little bit, give it some better special effects, it'll be okay. But just don't mess with it too much. The producer of the movie Starry Eyes, actually there's two producers, two of them. They're supposed to be helping put this one together. So Starry Eyes, that was a pretty good movie. I rather liked that one. And so maybe they'll do okay with this one. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. There is also talk of Legendary Entertainment taking over Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. It's like, why mess with my favorites? You're taking all of my favorites right now. Being from Texas Chainsaw Massacre has a really special place in my heart, because that's anytime a horror movie is in the place where you live, in or close by, it makes it that much scarier. Like, You're like, what if this is real? What if he's outside of my house right now? This is in Texas. I'm in Texas. What the fuck? But yeah, they're supposed to be taking over the franchise. And they want to develop a TV series and new films. The new films that have come out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't like them. I like the original. I like the second one that came out because that was just trashy and so much fun. I loved it. And the Leatherface movie, I know a lot of people did not like that one. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it as a beginning film. I mean, I didn't have too much hope for it, but it was not bad. I think out of all of the remakes, that was the only one that was just not bad. I could watch it again. But all the other ones, I hated it. Like, why? Why do you keep trying to bring this back if you can't do it right? It's not working. Let it go. You're just ruining our favorite shows. Oh, like Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was the most awful remake I have ever witnessed. It was terrible. And I don't want them to do that with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and especially with the newer generation of horror fans. This is what they're seeing. They may have not ever seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Pet Sematary, and this is what they're seeing. Like, no, that's not the real thing, baby. Let me show you what it's supposed to be. Like, don't ruin it for the younger generation. Please don't. But also, with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Legendary Films is nearing renewal, or nearing a possible renewed distribution deal with Warner Brothers, which also has New Line Cinema, which is home to Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees. So maybe that'll have some sort of influence on it, because they obviously know horror. Maybe that'll have a little bit of an influence on it. But also, this is an idea that the people over at Bloody Disgusting had. There could be a possible universe crossover with the three of them, because we've already had Jason versus Freddy, because they're done by the same company, so it would be easy to do a crossover. If Leatherface gets brought into the same company, maybe that's one of the remake movies that not really remake, but new films that they want to do. Maybe. If they do it the right way, it could be terribly good. But I don't know. We'll see. With any remakes, I try to keep an open mind. Try to, being the key word. But I never have too much hope for them. But when they're bad, I get angry. Just, I don't know. There's nothing we can do about it. So maybe if they're bad, then we can just kind of push them away and pretend it never happened. Who knows? But there's a lot of stuff coming out soon that I am really excited for. We're coming into the time of year when a lot of good horror movies are coming out. Yes, I'm super excited. We have Trick or Treat. It is coming out with you're probably saying, that's already been out. I know. They're coming out with a collector's edition Blu-ray that has a new 2K scan of the film. so I guess it's gonna make it better. I'm not too sure what a 2K scan is, but it's Blu-ray, so it'll automatically be a little bit nicer. But they're gonna have a bonus short on there, which will be pretty cool. And they have a bunch of other special features, like lots of interviews and fun stuff on there. So I will probably be adding that to my collection because I actually don't own Trick or Treat on DVD. And I just noticed that the other day when I heard about this new Blu-ray. I was like, do I have it on Blu-ray or do I have it on DVD? And I noticed I don't have it at all. So this is actually coming out perfect timing. I can just add this cool collection to my collection and it'll be all set. But we also have The Nun coming out September 7th. That one's in the Conjuring universe, which I'm not too big of a fan of. But this movie actually looks really creepy. So who knows? There could be hope for it. I'll definitely be, I don't know if I'll be watching it in theaters. I might wait till it comes out on like Amazon or whatever, or I can just watch it. Hellfest is coming September 28th, and I am so excited about that. The movie that I did a review on not too long ago, the Funhouse Massacre. If you remember, there was one thing that I said was the movie had potential. Like it was, I loved the storyline of it. It just wasn't done quite right. This movie is the answer. Definitely go and watch the preview on YouTube. You can find the preview for it. It looks so good. It has the same concept as people going into a haunted house festival and they get murdered. I love it. And people think it's part of the haunted house. Another thing I'm really excited about is it's coming out. I think that's the weekend that I'm planning on going to Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. So I'm really hoping that I get to see this movie before I go to Halloween Horror Nights, because it'll just make it so perfect. Like I'm super excited. Of course, the new Halloween comes out October 19th, and we already know everybody is super excited about this one. Like, don't even have to say too much about it. It's just me raising my hand saying, hey, yeah, I'm super excited too. Definitely gonna go see that, like, the day it comes out in theaters. Maybe, just a maybe, might even do a little, like, live video after I go to the movie theater, just giving my reaction to the movie. I'll try to make it spoiler free, just because if we do get to go when it does open, I know not everybody will have gotten to see it, but that would be put up on Patreon. But it's a maybe. We'll see. We still have time until the movie comes out anyway. But then we also have Suspiria coming out November 2nd. It's a remake, but this one I have a little bit higher hopes for, just from seeing the trailer and hearing it talked about how it's more of a reimagining type of the movie. I have a feeling it's going to be similar to the way they did The Shape of Water, where it's somewhat of a remake, somewhat of a reimagining. They're going to do a different story. Whatever. It looks like it's gonna be good. I'm really hoping that they can pull this off and make it really good. It's supposed to be like 2 hours long. That's a really long time. Are they gonna have an intermission in the movie theater or what? How are they gonna do this? I don't. 2 hours is a long time to sit for a movie, even for a good one. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably go and see that one in theaters too. There's also a movie that is coming out, and it has somehow flown under my radar. It's called Mindy, and it has Nicolas Cage in it, and it looks really, really good. Like, I just saw the preview for it Thursday, so a couple days ago, and it's coming out in the next, I want to say, week or so. And oh my god, guys, this movie looks good just from the preview. So the storyline, it looks like Nicolas Cage and his wife somehow get mixed up with a cult, and his wife ends up getting killed by them, and he goes and like on this murder rampage and seeks revenge to kill them all. Supposedly Nicolas Cage is getting his inspiration from Jason Voorhees, so that's making me kind of excited. Like, is this gonna be somewhat of like a modern day Friday the 13th type thing? I don't know. It has so much good potential. I'm excited. And just the way the movie looks, like the aesthetic of the movie is just beautiful. It's gorgeous. And the actress that they got to play his wife, I don't know who she is. I have never seen her in a movie before. But she's just like, she looks like a forest fairy like creature. Like, I don't know. There's just something about her face. She's beautiful. I love her. She looks gorgeous. But it looks like such a fun movie. So definitely go and check that out. Just look up the trailer for it on YouTube. It's called Mindy. And let me know what you guys think of it too. And if you have heard anything about it, let me know. Because like I said, somehow this has flown under my radar and I haven't heard anything about it, which is surprising too because it has Nicolas Cage in it. And he's not a horror actor. So that'll be interesting too because I like Nicolas Cage. He's a pretty good actor. He's never really done anything horror, so that'll be interesting, but we shall see. But yeah, if there's anything that you want to see me talk about on the next horror news segment, just leave it in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Just a few apologies in case the lighting is weird. I have a new light that I'm trying out. My phone is being really weird and it keeps cutting out in the middle of me trying to tape video segments. And I am still new to the whole video editing thing. So if there's sections that look odd, that's why. Sorry, still trying to get the hang of it all. Hopefully I can get this phone thing figured out for next time. But thank you again so much for tuning in and watching, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Stay spooky.